dare you? I know you listening right now, you fragment foot, bullet fragment foot.
Megan Thee Stallion may be facing legal action. According to Tea with Tia via TMZ, Megan's father feels that Megan Thee Stallion mentioning his late daughter's name in a derogatory song aimed at Nicki Minaj is as disrespectful as it gets, and that he is even considering legal action against Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion might have stepped into a bigger problem than she expected after taking a swipe at Nicki Minaj. Right away, Nicki hit back hard, but that's not the only issue Megan's facing. When she mentioned Megan's Law in her rap, it kicked up a storm. Now, Megan might be looking at legal trouble, which is a twist since most people thought Nicki's fierce lyrics would be the talk of the town. But instead, Megan's the one in a tight spot. Social media has been all lit up with the beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, turning it into a major drama. Things heated up with Megan's track Highest. But Megan's real trouble isn't just her clash with Nicki. In her song, she made a reference to Megan's Law, which is all about letting people know if a SO is in their area. This law was named after a young girl, Megan Kanka, who was sadly killed in 1994 by a man with a past offense of SO, and he had moved into her neighborhood without anyone knowing his background. This law aimed to stop such sad events from happening again by keeping everyone informed. However, Megan Thee Stallion's lyric that mentioned Megan's Law has really upset Megan Kanka's family, especially after TMZ said that Megan Kanka's dad, Richard, is very hurt by the mention of his daughter in the song. He thinks the line, "These hoes mad at Megan's Law," is very disrespectful, even if Megan Thee Stallion was trying to talk about the law itself. He hadn't listened to the song, but after reading the lyrics, he's thinking about whether he should take legal steps because the mention of Megan's Law, given its serious background, has really bothered him and his family. This situation shows how tricky it can be to include real-life events in music, especially when those events are as sensitive as the story behind Megan's Law. Right now, things are still up in the air about whether there will be any legal action taken. Megan Thee Stallion hasn't said sorry yet, and Richard Kanka is trying to figure out what he should do next. There's some talk going around that Megan might have taken out the part about Megan's Law from her song, maybe because she realized it was upsetting the Kanka family. But in general, musicians can talk about things from history or things that are public knowledge in their songs. Richard Kanka being upset makes a lot of sense, but if he decides to take this to court, it might not be easy because of free speech rights. It seems unlikely that Megan Thee Stallion will get in trouble for just mentioning a law that a lot of people know about in her lyrics. Megan hasn't said she's sorry yet, but this whole thing is getting a lot of attention online, and it's bringing up painful stuff for the Kanka family during a really tricky situation. Some folks think Richard Kanka might not have a strong case if he tries to sue Megan Thee Stallion, saying it's like trying to sue someone for talking about an Amber Alert. But then, there are people who really feel for Richard Kanka and think it's not right to brush off how hurt he is about his daughter's name being used in a song. Monty Slaughter is one of the people really pushing for Megan to change her lyrics. She's talking about how hard it is to lose a child and then fight to get a law passed in their name, only to have that law mentioned in a song. She's trying to show how much it hurts when something so personal gets turned into just a line in a song. This whole debate has brought back a lot of tough memories for the Kanka family, as they see their daughter's name brought up not for the important law they helped create, but as part of a rap battle. Monty Slaughter shared her strong feelings about the situation, saying if she were part of Megan Kanka's family, she'd definitely take legal steps to get all the money made from the song. She wants the music video gone from every platform because of the hurt it's caused, and she thinks the song's lyrics need to change. She also mentioned wanting to stop the artist from talking about this any further. Manice believes it's really wrong to make money from someone's tragedy or the loss of a kid, calling it a very low act, a feeling many people share. But let's not forget, Megan Thee Stallion probably didn't mean to upset anyone with her song. She's basically saying in her rap that people shouldn't be mad at her, but at Megan's Law, using it to point fingers at Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, who is on the SO registry, and also at Nicki's brother. Fans figured out pretty fast that Megan was targeting both Kenneth Petty and Nicki's brother with her words. Kenneth Petty's past includes a 1995 case where he was charged for an attack on a 16-year-old, and there's talk about another violent incident before that. He ended up going to jail for 4 years because of it, but then in 2022, he got into trouble again for not signing up as a SO as required by Megan's Law, which shone a bad light on Nicki Minaj, since she's close to him. Being labeled a level 3 offender is serious, furious because it means there's a high chance he could do something bad again. Petty did his time, but not keeping up with his registry status got him in trouble again. The whole idea of having a list for SOs came from the 1994 Jacob Wetterling Act, which said states had to keep a registry but only police could use it. Megan's law changed that by letting everyone see the information. Nicki's brother, Jelani Mirage, got a 25 to life sentence in 2020 for a crime against an 11-year-old back in 2015, and Nicki has been known to support both him and her husband. In 2021, there was a lawsuit against Nicki and Petty for harassing Petty's victim, though Nicki was later removed from the case. However, the legal issues for Petty didn't stop there. The lyric that sparked debate and the following uproar shine a light on the intricate relationships that exist within the rap industry. Megan Thee Stallion's connection with Cardi B and the well-documented friction between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B seemed to forecast a coming divide. Previously, Megan and Nicki Minaj had joined forces on the 2019 hit Hot Girl Summer, demonstrating a powerful partnership that has since encountered its share of obstacles, illustrating how quickly alliances can shift under the public eye. And there was a time when they were openly supportive of each other, especially noticeable during a live Instagram session. Megan Thee Stallion was celebrating the success of her Hot Girl Summer song, which featured Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign, and even made its way into the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. The journey from that peak of collaboration to the current state of affairs has been startling. It's believed that Nicki Minaj's ongoing disagreements with Cardi B, along with some undisclosed tensions, might have played a role in their current distance. The notable conflict at New York Fashion Week in 2018 between Nicki and Cardi seems to have intensified matters, particularly as Megan Thee Stallion seemed to become closer to Cardi B. To grasp the depth of the situation between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, it's important to consider Nicki's history of confrontations within the music scene. She's been involved in significant disputes with artists like Remy Ma in 2007, Lil' Kim in 2009, and Mariah Carey in 2012 during their stint on American Idol. Nicki Minaj has a history of high-profile disputes, including a notable incident where she blamed Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner's daughter, Stormi, for impacting her album sales. She also famously confronted Miley Cyrus with a "What's Good" during the 2015 MTV EVMAs, and had a brief Twitter exchange with Taylor Swift, though they eventually made amends. The climax of Nicki's history of feuds, however, was her altercation with Cardi B in 2018, which reportedly stemmed from fan-base conflicts. Unlike her previous feuds, Nicki hasn't made amends with Cardi B or any other women she's clashed with in the past. Thus, the tension between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion is the latest chapter in a long history of rap industry conflicts. The situation heated up in 2020 when Megan teamed up with Cardi B for WAP. Megan insisted everything was fine, but Nicki unfollowed her on Instagram by January 2021, indicating a falling out. In September 2022, Nicki hinted on her Queen radio show that Megan had encouraged her to drink while pregnant, and even to consider an abortion. Megan quickly refuted these accusations on Twitter, calling them outright lies. Then, in March 2023, Nicki released Red Ruby Dos Lees, taking aim at Megan with lyrics that underscored their discord, signifying a major turn in their public feud. Nicki's references weren't subtle, mentioning the Christopher Reeve incident to play on the term stallion. She criticized Megan's endorsements with Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Doritos and brought up Tory Lanez, who shot Megan in 2020, resulting in his 10-year sentence in 2023. Megan responded with hiss, including a controversial line about Megan's law, prompting Nicki to unleash a torrent of responses on social media for 3 straight days. Diving into Nicki Minaj's side of the drama, there's a lot to unpack, from the Bigfoot references to remarks about a deceased mother. She started by sharing criticisms of Megan and then unleashed a full-scale attack. Nicki called Megan a serial liar, delved into her record label disputes, and accused her of relying on ghostwriters. Nicki Minaj took her disagreement with Megan Thee Stallion to the next level, accusing Megan of disrespecting her deceased mother and implicating Partisan Fontaine for leaking secrets in his diss track. Nicki's response wasn't limited to defending herself. She targeted anyone who dared to mention her, even criticizing Popeyes for merely calling her track a diss track. Then, she dropped Bigfoot, a song teased on Instagram Live that took shots at Tory Lanez' attack on Megan, with lines like, "Bad bitch, she likes 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot," managing to rhyme foot with itself twice.
Hey yo, like 6 foot. I call her. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
Wait, I play it again, Jermaine. I ain't hear it, I'm fine.
Hey yo, bad 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
Play it again, Jermaine.
Hey yo, bad bitch, like 6 foot.
Huh?
I call her. Bitch fell off. I said,
Get up on your good foot. Who said that, yo?
Bigfoot set records on Apple Music as the most successful debut by a female rapper, and alongside Hiss, it topped the US Apple Music charts, marking a historic moment in their feud. The reaction to Bigfoot was mixed, with some listeners quick to label it as lacking in quality, and even the typically outspoken Breakfast Club hosts deemed it tasteless. Nicki then escalated matters by making a controversial joke about Megan's deceased mother on Stationhead, suggesting Megan should conjure up your mother and apologize.
Let everyone just be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tori, your best friend, your mom. You better go conjure up your mother and say and apologize. That's disgusting.
This comment was seen as crossing a line by many of her fans. Nicki justified her remarks by claiming Megan had first targeted her family with the Megan's Law reference. Yet, Nicki's influential status means her words can incite her fans to take drastic actions. Alarmingly, some fans disclosed the location of Megan's mother's gravesite, encouraging others to vandalize it. To protect Megan Thee Stallion's mother's gravesite, the cemetery had to beef up security, involving the police and implementing additional protective measures. The gravesite of Holly Thomas, who passed away from brain cancer in 2019, became a focal point for overzealous fans, prompting an increase in security to safeguard against any disrespectful acts. This incident highlighted the severity of the feud's impact, extending beyond verbal attacks to involve disturbing acts against the family members of those involved. Nicki Minaj's song Bigfoot, despite her claims to the contrary, appears to be a direct attack on Megan Thee Stallion, pushing the boundaries of their feud into deeply personal territory. The nature of this dispute has moved beyond mere artistic rivalry, touching on profoundly sensitive issues. Nicki's decision to mention Megan's late mother, especially when Megan has shared the deep impact of her mother's death, has been seen as a step too far.
Double time, lied on your dead mama, 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 mama, lied on your.
This move is particularly surprising coming from Nicki, who has herself suffered the pain of losing a parent tragically. This aspect of the feud has drawn criticism from fans and onlookers alike, who find Nicki's remarks distasteful and lacking in compassion. The critique extends to Nicki's rap style, with some pointing out the simplicity of her rhymes and questioning her decision to attack Megan's personal health decisions, such as alleged liposuction, despite Megan's known dedication to her fitness regime. Nicki's lyrics do not stop at personal attacks. They also delve into Megan's professional life and personal associations, naming figures like DaBaby and Trey Songz, and hinting at Megan's supposed behaviors. She escalates the situation further by bringing up the incident with Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner, openly speculating about Megan's alcohol consumption on that night, despite Megan's public efforts to address and manage her drinking. Through her song, Nicki seems to mock the serious incident involving Tory Lanez, suggesting that Megan's account of the event is fabricated, even though Megan has never misrepresented her height or the severity of the situation. The line, "Get up on your good foot," directly references the shooting, showing a lack of regard for Megan's well-being and adding tension to an already strained relationship between the two artists. Nicki Minaj's recent actions have stirred up significant controversy, especially with her pointed attacks in her lyrics aimed directly at Megan Thee Stallion. These barbs range from insinuations about Megan's physical appearance and allegations of cosmetic surgery to dredging up past controversies involving Nicki herself. Amidst preparations for her upcoming tour, this feud places Nicki in a precarious position, potentially alienating her from the strong fan base that has supported her through thick and thin, much like the devoted followers of Taylor Swift and Beyoncé. The focus of Nicki's critique on Megan, particularly regarding the incident where Megan was shot, appears to be an attempt to deflect from her husband's contentious past by casting aspersions on Megan's character. This strategy has not gone unnoticed, with many calling out Nicki for what they see as an unfair attack on Megan, especially given Nicki's own history with controversial cosmetic procedures and her behavior with fans during performances. As Nicki's diss track unfolds, it transforms from a showcase of her lyrical prowess to what many perceive as a personal vendetta against Megan, raising questions about the appropriateness of airing such grievances in public. Nicki has taken her battle to social media, launching a comprehensive AS on Megan's integrity, accusing her of lying, manipulation, and unearned professional success, while also critiquing her abilities as an actor. In an Instagram Live, Nicki expressed her frustration with Megan mentioning Megan's Law, a move she views as dredging up the past unnecessarily.
Hey, you bitch, and I know you listening right now, you fragment foot, bullet fragment foot, bullet fragment, bullet fragment, bullet fragment, bullet fragment. Now listen here. Get up on your good foot. Bitch, I said get up on your good foot, not your bad foot. Piss or piss? Said it was his, I said piss. Then my fan called it piss. Yo, said all that shit about you. Yo, ex, this was around you all that.
Y'all mad because y'all don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old teeth from when this man was a 15-year-old child. You bringing up 30-year-old teeth because no man has ever and will ever love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama. On your dead, she done lied on her dead mama. Lied on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama. Lied on your, I said lied on her. Ain't sexy red, she done lied. She lied and she cried and she lied and she cried. She said she lied and she cried and she lied and she cried. And then she lied and she cried and she lied and she cried. Cause she got lies all up her stupid.
This public airing of their dispute has escalated from veiled insinuations to direct confrontations, revealing a deep-seated animosity between the two artists. Nicki's previous hints about conflicts with an Unimid Femela rapper on her radio show have now evolved into explicit accusations on social media, indicating a significant escalation in their feud and shining a spotlight on the underlying tensions that have been brewing for some time. The conversation around involving family and bringing up accusations against those who have passed away has heated up, especially with Nicki Minaj's comments about Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki accused Megan of lying about several personal issues, including misleading statements in an interview with Gayle King and false accusations about her friends. Nicki also claimed Megan tried to pressure her into drinking alcohol while pregnant. The release of Pardison Fontaine's diss track against Megan added fuel to the fire, suggesting Megan spoke negatively about her friends. Nicki's additional claim that Megan made derogatory remarks about Cardi B has led fans to see these accusations as increasingly credible.
The nickname that you got for your friend, your homegirl that raps. Tell everybody the nickname you got for her. A racist nickname for a person that you doing songs with. A racist nickname for a song, for a person that you doing songs with. Tell them what you call her. Don't you call her that dirty Mexican?
Megan didn't stay silent on these issues and directly addressed them during a call with The Breakfast Club. When asked if her song targeted anyone specifically, her response suggested that those who felt accused were likely the intended targets, hinting at the truth behind the accusations.
It's for these are like men or women. Every time one of these motherfuckers use Megan Thee Stallion name, they get 24 hours of attention. Basically, I understand what y'all doing, and I want y'all to get up off me.
No, actually, she said...
Use something else. Do something different. Use another tactic. This one getting old.
Actually, she said, fuck all y'all. And I think the people, we should play
fuck
the record.
all you motherfuckers. Because niggas really like a noun. That's for men or women.
True, and bitches. Just too. I get it.
It's gender neutral.
The drama has captivated social media, with Black Twitter in particular enjoying the unfolding events. A TikTok user named Bella Delgado openly criticized Nicki, turning from a fan into a critic due to Nicki's recent actions.
She's essentially the Dr. Seuss of her time, and what I mean when I say that is she's objectively a disgusting and reprehensible person by pretty much all metrics of basic humanity and common decency, yet her one singular talent that appears to be an innate ability to rhyme words together in a silly fashion that particularly resonates with children has cemented her with a legacy she really does not deserve as much as many female rappers who came before her. In case you're not already up to date, the self-proclaimed queen of has spent the past 24 hours reflecting from the fact that her husband is a convicted who is not allowed near public parks or elementary schools by making fun of Megan Thee Stallion for getting shot, as well as referring to her as Bigfoot. It's always amusing to me how Nicki Minaj immediately jumps to making fun of other people's appearances, as if she didn't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2008 getting illegal Craigslist butt injections from some guy in his basement. And not just that, she lied about it for 10 years and only confessed after her cheeks were visibly deflating in public and everybody could already tell.
However, Nicki's fans, known as the Barbs, quickly reacted to Bella's criticism, showcasing their loyalty to Nicki by aggressively defending her. Nicki Minaj's fan base is notorious for its unwavering support, often engaging in doxing, harassment, and threats against anyone perceived as attacking Nicki. This aggressive behavior is reminiscent of past instances where Nicki attempted to expose journalists, and when her fans targeted Kenneth Petty's victim. Nicki's stance on her fans' actions has been mixed, at times silent, and at other times appearing to encourage their fervent defense. In a new twist, Nicki Minaj compared Megan Thee Stallion's actions to Rihanna's experience in 2009 with Chris Brown, suggesting Megan is seeking sympathy in a similar way. During a live discussion on January 31st with Joe Budden, who claims to be an objective Barb, on Spaces, Nicki was able to share her perspective without much challenge, further stirring the ongoing controversy. In their 40-minute talk, Nicki Minaj took aim at Roc Nation, the team managing Megan Thee Stallion, accusing them of running a smear campaign against her. She dissected the diss track from Megan's ex, Partisan Fontaine, and charged Megan with seeking public sympathy to advance her career. Nicki hinted that Megan was craving a Rihanna moment, a reference to Rihanna's ordeal with Chris Brown.
Rihanna never would milk something. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to get that part of her life. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to just try to move on with her life. You understand? And then people even bashed her for not dragging it out, not milking it. And she just, she was just like, yo, I was mad. Young, we were young, like, I just want to move on with my life now, yo. You know why? Because Rihanna knows that she was a superstar with or without controversy. She's beautiful with or without controversy. She's loved with or without controversy. I'm sorry, sympathy. But when you need constant
Nicki suggested that unlike Rihanna, who quickly overcame her incident, Megan was lingering on her own issues. These remarks from Nicki have ignited further controversy, with many questioning her decision to compare Megan's situation with Rihanna's AS, viewing it as both inappropriate and dismissive of Rihanna's trauma. Some hope this will make Rihanna reconsider her friendship with Nicki, criticizing Nicki's approach as insensitive for equating Megan's quest for public sympathy with Rihanna's past experience, labeling it a low point for Nicki. Nicki also addressed the accusations of her fans targeting Megan's mother's gravesite, writing them off as an attempt to garner sympathy and climb the music charts. This dismissal has convinced some that Nicki's stance in the feud has reached an all-time low. There's a growing concern that even if Megan were to face legal and financial repercussions, Nicki might suffer a more significant loss by potentially driving away her fan base, the Barbs, which could have more enduring effects. The debate rages on about who bears more responsibility for the feud's escalation, Megan for possibly provoking it, or Nicki for her manner of response. The lingering question is about who is being more petty, and whether the feud is mostly Megan's doing or a culmination of challenges Nicki has encountered over time.